Welcome back to New Entry Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, Ian, with my co-host, Ever. Unfortunately, we don't do episodes like this, but we got some bad and shocking news. Bray Wyatt passed away, man. Like,
Damn, bro.
like what?
It's still like fresh in our minds right now. I messaged you like, hey, like you didn't know until I sent it.
No, actually, I found out. I was about to message you, but
Oh,
you beat me to it.
but like this is like what the next couple hours ago, like an hour, a couple, like 4, 5:30.
I don't know.
It was a couple hours ago, so it's like still fresh in our minds right now. It's like, damn.
It's just one of those things where we just found out like an hour ago.
Yeah, we were
We
like,
were, we our plan was to, hey, let's record, let's do some TikTok videos, and now we're doing like, oh, now we're talking about Bray Wyatt's death.
yeah,
So I don't even know how to react to it. You know what I mean?
it's
Because it
just,
hasn't hit me yet.
and then we lost Terry Funk too, so back to back, man.
Yeah,
It's just, it's one of those dark days, one dark weeks in wrestling. You're like, geez.
right.
Days too. They're probably within 24 hours of each other.
That we know
Probably
of.
that we
That we
know
know
of.
of. That we know of.
But
For
geez.
at this moment, because here's the thing, the announcement was public uh Thursday, August 24th.
Yeah.
So we're recording at 7:30. So the time it was announced, it was like 6 o'clock. Um
But
so yeah,
they don't
for
really
all
announce stuff for like 24 hours. He could have passed away yesterday. Who knows?
for all we know, he could have passed away 2 days ago, whatever,
Yeah.
24 hours ago, this
They just want to
morning.
like confirm it or something. They just want to like,
Mhm.
hey, because there's fake news out there. Like this person, like you gotta confirm it.
Right.
Obviously, nobody
And
posts
also
this.
they got to get permission from the family member to
Yeah,
like, can we, Triple H is the
announce
one
it.
who got the call,
Yeah,
and he's the one
from
who made it public, as for what we know.
yeah from
uh
IRS, Mike Rotunda himself,
yeah,
the
his
dad.
father.
So damn.
And for him to announce that, well, not him to announce, but to call WWE and say, hey, my son passed away, that's not, nobody should go through that,
Yeah,
no, nobody, no parent should go and announce saying that they just lost their child.
yeah,
So um it's just, damn, man. I'm like, it's just one of those. I'm like I said earlier, it was like we were gonna record, but we were gonna do predictions of AEW and more short videos and TikTok videos, and it's just like now we're doing this. It's just like, I don't know. Like I said, it hasn't hit me yet. It hasn't. Um, the
yeah,
only good thing about this is that Bray Wyatt hasn't been active. And you know how I feel about Bray Wyatt. I love Bray Wyatt. I love the Fiend, but when he came back, it wasn't the same. I was just happy to see him. Luckily I was able to go to Rockford to see him live on a house show against Eli Drake in a no disqualification match. So like that was awesome and all that. So, but luckily, he wasn't that active where it's like, boom, he like
yeah,
somebody where it's like, oh my gosh, he at a point he was my favorite wrestler. Right now that he isn't, just because he hasn't been on television. So for me personally, it's like that's a good thing, because if he was still an active wrestler where I'm like excited about Bray Wyatt and seeing him every week and every pay-per-view, trying to see him wrestle, then I would be devastated right now. That I don't even think, I'll be able to record. So,
mm.
but prayers to the family, bro. Oh my gosh, it's just like what sucks is JoJo.
Yeah. Jojo, his wife.
His wife and his do they have one or two kids
They
together?
have two kids, but then he has a kids from a previous marriage.
Previous
So
marriage.
he has like 3 or 4 kids, I think.
That's just like horrible, man.
Yeah,
Sometimes you gotta like, it's like it affects like a whole chain of
yeah.
people, and not forget, like, he is a father, a husband, a son, a brother, you know he a cousin, friends to everybody. So
We're fans. We follow them when I
fans,
remember.
yeah.
I remember following him. I remember when I first saw him on NXT and stuff, and I think it's FCW too. I was like, bro. He
I
was
heard of him
36 years old.
when he
I'm
first started.
34. No, like now when he passed
Oh,
away, I'm
oh,
34. Like how's life short is? It's
right.
nuts.
Have they announced publicly why he passed away or how?
They're not gonna probably until like probably they get an
They just
autopsy.
announced it. Heart attack.
What?
I just checked right now. Heart attack.
How does wow.
So he has four children, and
Wow.
yeah, that's
Heart attack?
heart attack.
Wow, he was
He's been having I don't know if you heard about it, but he had health issues
wow.
before.
Yeah. Yeah, like a
That's why he
serious
took.
health.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So there's a chance that it may lead to that. So
Wow.
that's
So
just
you
horrible.
just you think I think so young to for heart attack? That
For a
wow.
heart attack, dude,
Wow.
that's just crazy, man. Um,
Wow. I was looking forward to seeing him. I think he's gonna come back at Survivor Series and stuff.
he was
Damn.
supposed to come back for payback. He was supposed to come back
Ah.
after the match with Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar.
So
Uh,
he had a storyline lined up pretty much.
yeah, but it wasn't a guaranteed thing. The match was so his return was either going to happen at SummerSlam or it was going to happen at the night after SummerSlam, so on Raw. Well, I guess
Wow.
2 days later. So it was going to lead into a pay-per-view to Payback. And then if that wasn't a possibility, and then we weren't going to see him till Survivor Series.
Damn.
So because then not I think it was before Survivor Series because he was gonna bring the whole he was gonna have like an army, like the characters that he had for the Funhouse. They were all everybody was gonna have like their own, like they were gonna be active wrestlers leading into
Wow.
Survivor Series. So
Ah.
we get like we like his story just stopped.
It just like train, the train just stops like
Yeah,
just get it off the like a what if,
it
Damn,
is.
man. Like see you can tell how fresh it is because we're like actively mourning
Yeah,
and
I know.
grieving.
I know there was a lot of complaints about Bray Wyatt's storyline. I know we complain about his storylines and how he wasn't used properly, but that was because like they didn't understand. But it was one of those things where it's like Bray Wyatt was just a character of itself, and he wanted to tell a story with his character. But at a certain point where it's like, dude, like in the end of the day, you're in the wrestling business. I know
Yeah.
you're WWE is considering a sports entertainment, but it's like you're in the wrestling business where it's like we got to see some action into this story. If there's no action, it's like the story's not going anywhere.
Yeah. Because people thought it was fake and stuff, but then, well, Triple H, like, okay, well, how only if somebody hacked his account, that'd be messed up if they did that. And then all these wrestlers started posting too, like Alexa Bliss. I'm like,
Hmm.
oh man, it's real. And then WWE posted it,
Yeah,
it's real when they do it. I'm like, like, so you're still in shock. Oh, the Triple H post, it could be a fake Triple H
yeah.
account.
It's one
And
of those
then you see
things. Yeah.
Alexa Bliss, then you see other wrestlers, then you see WWE do it. You're like, oh no, this is real. This
Yeah.
is really no, because I'll be messed up. People do that. People are messed up out there. They do
Hmm.
that stuff. But when WWE posted it, you're like, that's when my heart sank. Like for real, for real. I was like, oh, when they post it, they don't. That's not. That's real. They wouldn't fake nothing. No fake account would do that. That's just like straight WWE.
Right.
You're like, oh my god. So now it's kind of like,
Because it's sad because it's true because it's one of those things where it's like I don't believe it, but in the back of my mind was
who would
okay.
mess? It'd be kind of messed up. Somebody did make this up. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way. Like, no way somebody would like
Well, because
joke
the
about
thing,
that.
yeah. Well, I don't know if you ever heard, but Gabriel Iglesias, he didn't fake his death, but somebody faked his death for him.
Yeah, that's the
That was back in like 2016.
yeah, but no, they no,
So
because I thought it was one of those fake stories. Because you know how the dirt
yeah.
sheets are. They'll just try to get anything just to make up a story. But then we're like, Dirty B were posting it, and all these wrestlers are posting it.
Hmm.
I was like, man, it's real. No, it's just hard. It just
Yeah, it's like it's kind of hard to talk about because it's just like the dude was young. Dude was a family man. It's
He was
just it just sucks because it was my thing is like he was able we at least we were able to have him back for a bit, but he didn't do so much. And it's one of those things where it was like he was having, that's why he didn't perform at WrestleMania because he was having health issues. So it was one of those things where it was just like, what was the health issues that, you know, that was the health issues is what led to the heart attack or something? Was his body so
maybe.
weak that he just, he just his
Well,
heart couldn't handle it?
I read that I don't know who to believe anymore, but I read that he was gonna get cleared to come back.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they were like waiting to clear him, and then unfortunately, like he was like about to, like in the stages where like, okay, if you feel a lot better, but we're gonna wait it out a little bit. He
Right.
was in that stage, like let's wait it out a little bit, and then I think he was still having effects of it, whatever it was. I don't know. We don't know what it is. We
Yeah,
could assume it could be something, but I'm not gonna say what it is. I'm
and
not
it's
gonna
one of those
assume.
things too where it's like the whole what I said earlier. Bray Wyatt was supposed to come back and feud with Cody Rhodes. Was that true? Was that lies from the dirt sheets and all that stuff? You know, was he even cleared to come back or he wasn't clear? You know, it's just nobody. Here's the thing. Here's the messed up about heart attack. You and me could get a heart attack right here, right now. It just happens.
Yeah.
So that's the scary part. So hopefully we'll obviously we'll I'm pretty sure we'll find out more info about it. But yeah, it's just like it sucks that we lost another wrestler not that
Under
long
the
ago.
under 40 years old
Under
too.
40 years old, still active, still
Jesus.
under contract with WWE.
It's crazy. Yeah, because the last wrestler to die under an active contract, because people forget he was still signed to WWE. It's not like he was like his contract was done. Was
Right.
Eddie Guerrero? Same cause too. He died of a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how like 20, 18 years later, another wrestler from the active wrestler, no Benoit, but active wrestlers. That's a long last time somebody passed away as an active wrestler, which is messed up.
Yeah.
And then we lost Terry Funk too, Hall of Famer, legend himself. So it's just for old fans and newer WWE fans, it's just been a tough couple of days.
So I just read a little bit, found a little bit more info that the reason why he was gone back in WrestleMania, it was he was battling a life-threatening illness. That illness hasn't
They'll
is
never say what it is.
yeah, it wasn't out publicly. So that's why he was out, but there's no word of like his return and stuff like that. Um, so it's just damn, it's just again, it's just one of those things where it's like um Bray Wyatt and I told you this before, Bray Wyatt did not have to be an active wrestler. He just
No.
needed he's a character. He didn't have to do the ring work stuff. He he just needed he was great on the mic. So he could have helped somebody out. He could have been the leader, the spokesperson for Judgment Day. You know,
Oh,
there was rumors that he
what
was going to
if?
be the new leader of not the new leader, but he was going to be part of Judgment Day, and he was just going to be um basically doing all the mic work. And the feud was what the day he was going to be like active in the ring was he was either going to face Edge
Oh,
at WrestleMania, or he was gonna face Finn Balor. So basically, like he was gonna kick out Finn Balor out of the group, or the other way around. Like Finn Balor was gonna kick out Bray Wyatt, and so basically that was the two people he was gonna face when he was gonna go back in the ring if he would have joined Judgment Day. But instead, they did whatever he wanted to do. It was WWE's idea for him to join Judgment Day.
oh, that would have been. I mean, it fits because of the dark character, but you never. I mean,
I feel like it would have
now
been
we could
better
just
for him.
now we could just speculate. Now we could.
Yeah,
Now
that's
we're
the
just
yeah.
just fantasy booking now, we can't really never see that. Even a shot of that, it's one of
Right.
those. Now we're in the other stage of like anger. I'm getting from like I'm moving to stages right now. And I'm like,
TNA, man. He would have been perfect in
ah,
Impact Wrestling. He would have been perfect
dude.
for DK. He would have been Impact World Heavyweight Champion. And I feel like he would have brought so many ratings to Impact Wrestling if he would have signed. But obviously, they just didn't have the money for him. He wanted to. He's like, I'll work with you guys, but they just didn't have the paycheck to pay
Capital.
him. Yeah.
Man.
So, but in the end of the day, regardless if he would have gone to Impact, AEW, you know,
Stay in WWE.
NWA, stay
Yeah.
in WWE, the results will probably would have still been the same. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So it's just like some some messed up news that happened with Bray Wyatt. Once again, thoughts and prayers to the family, especially to the kids, JoJo. It's just like
Or
so
WWE too, they lost one of their family or coworkers too.
that's true. And then us, the fan,
What was the last match? LA Knight, right? No, what was the last match?
his last feud was with Bobby Lashley, so his last match would have happened at WrestleMania. But
Oh, what was
from
his
what
actual last match?
I guess with LA Knight on a pay per
Wow.
view. But
Wow.
the thing is, I saw him wrestle at a house show against LA Knight, so there's a chance he possibly wrestled in house shows before. So I don't know what his last match was.
Wow. Wow.
It's-
Messed up, bro. Messed
yeah.
up.
It doesn't say. I'm trying to see what was Bray. Oh no, that's messed up. So that's that's so messed up. Bray Wyatt's
What?
last match ever was at Rockford, Illinois. The event I
Oh,
went to.
you were. Oh,
That's cool.
dude.
That's messed
It
up.
sucks. It sucks, but
That's to know that now. That's hunting. Like that's so
hunting.
messed up.
So
And
you were
like
literally at his last match. You
I
were. You
I
were.
posted it on my TikTok. Did you see the photos I posted?
Yeah, you gotta repost. You gotta post them again, man. Be like,
Dude, that's like pretty messed up. Like, oh, okay, cool. I'm
I think you
like
invited me to that show. Did you go by yourself? No, you went with.
I went with Chris.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. That's what
Man,
yeah.
you could say you were at his last match. That's messed up. That's
That's mess
crazy.
that's like
That's
a good
crazy.
it's like a bitter
Sweet, bittersweet.
more bitter than sweet because it's like
Like, oh, I got to
that
see his last match, but you're like,
his
oh, I
last
got to see his
match.
last match.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly what you just said.
Dude,
It's that. It's like, oh, okay, that's cool. I'm honored, but that's messed up. It really is messed up.
yeah. We
Uh
obviously I was gonna see his last match in 50, 30, 40, 50 years, but we,
yeah.
we never know. Now it's gonna be a what if. Like, he imagine
Yeah.
if did he ever feud with Cody Rhodes? He never had a match with Cody Rhodes, even when he was
No.
even when Cody was in WWE.
No.
Wasn't he?
Maybe they had a match together, but I don't
Yeah.
think they ever had like an actual feud.
Oh
I don't.
man,
But Bray Wyatt and Cody Rhodes, I don't think that's a WrestleMania.
dude,
Uh,
the Sister Abigail versus the Crossroads. That's pretty much the same move. Literally, almost the same move.
yeah, in
It's
a
like
way,
front and the other one's back.
yeah.
But yeah, but it's a what if. So
And that was his NXT rookie too.
yeah, that's oh my god. Oh
Yeah, so it would have been a great storyline.
god. I'm so
So
like sad now, dude. I'm
it's
kind of mad too now. I'm sad and mad.
yeah,
I
it's,
mean, I'm happy that we got a chance. He was able to showcase his creativity because I think if they never allowed him to do what he wanted for a
mhm.
while, obviously they kind of stopped it after a while. But like, I'm glad they gave us a good glimpse of it, especially when he had the fun house and all that.
Yeah, for sure.
Just special. What would you consider one of your favorite? His gimmick, his match.
The Fiend is number one.
Hmm.
It was Vince McMahon's booking. Um,
Wow.
it was Vince McMahon's booking. I feel like personally, Vince should have just said, um, because because it's the main event. Vince has
Mm-hmm.
control out of everything, but I feel like Vince should have put him in the mid card picture. Be like, hey
Mm-hmm.
man, I'll give you total control of everything you want to do with your story. But it's gonna be in the mid card. I feel like that's what Vince should have done. What killed the Fiend character was him being champion, Universal Champion. That's what
Bray
ruined it.
Wyatt's a different story. Him is like the the buzzards. What is that?
Bray, yeah,
When
the
he beat AJ Styles, was it the
yeah,
Chamber or Hell in
no,
a
no, no.
Cell?
The one I'm talking about was when he defeated Seth Rollins,
Yeah,
and then
as the
and
Fiend,
yeah, and then he dropped the belt to Goldberg.
which was the
Yeah,
worst
because
thing.
the original plan was for the Fiend to drop the belt to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania,
Whew.
or he was gonna retain. But personally, I don't think the Fiend should have never been champion.
No, just one of
Um,
those characters like what if, and then
mhm.
but Bray Wyatt when he was like when he was like the leader of the Wyatt family,
Yeah,
that one with AJ Styles was pretty good. That was like top
that
notch.
was a good match. That was the Elimination Chamber.
Okay, that's
Um,
what yeah, because I'm
the
seeing a cage, but I don't know if it was a steel cage or a okay.
yeah, it was Elimination Chamber. That's when Cena was champion. So yeah, Bray Wyatt winning. I was shocked that he won. That was actually one of my favorite Elimination Chambers. I was very excited with the lead, with the feud between Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. Obviously, I was not excited. I was not proud of the match that they had. Um, just Bray Wyatt is one of those. He had a lot of great feuds, great storylines leading to a match or a pay per view, but the match would turn out like horrible. And then when he
Mm,
doesn't have a good story leading into the pay per view, it's like he has a great match.
mm,
So yeah, it was just like because yeah, I was very excited that Bray Wyatt was going to go to WrestleMania to face Randy Orton. Hopefully, Randy Orton wins the WWE Championship. I just was not proud of that match. The match was just so basic, and if you look back, their better match was with Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt at was it No Mercy? I think it was No Mercy.
think
Um,
so.
yeah, it was No Mercy. That was the main event, which I was shocking surprised because that's when Luke Harper made his return. Um,
Rest in peace too, bro. Wow, now
those two brothers are together. That's just sad, man. So now Eric Roman is the other guy that we kind of forgot about because I just mentioned about Luke Harper, Brody Lee. So now Eric
Rowan,
Rowan.
and then Braun
Uh,
Strowman too.
oh damn, Alexa Bliss. So Bray Wyatt has a lot of effects on a lot of people.
Yeah,
So and then plus millions of fans. So
yeah.
and
We're looking forward to him.
there's some diehard fans of Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
So I can't even imagine like I've been there before of like losing like we both lost Eddie Guerrero, man. I started crying when I found out he
Oh,
passed
dude,
away.
I was SmackDown the day after, like the day they did his show.
Mm-hmm.
I was bawling my eyes out, like
Yeah.
hard. I was like, how old was I? Because I was gonna go. Oh, I was pissed because I got tickets to WrestleMania. Like my
Mm.
ticket was bought. Like I waited in line when the tickets came out. This is before the internet, or the internet was
Right.
around, but like not now where you could just go on Ticketmaster. I waited in line to get the ticket. I was like, oh, I can't wait for WrestleMania. Because I got my ticket and like when it came out, like I think the tickets came out like in the fall before he
Mm-hmm.
died, like a month or two before he died. So I had the ticket for WrestleMania ready or something like that. I forgot. I think I got it before he died, before Eddie Guerrero died. Yeah, I got it like months because usually they sell the tickets way before.
Right.
Then yeah, so it was probably in the summer because I remember it was hot outside or early fall. But I remember I was excited, and then I saw it. Then I saw like because I remember at the time like I didn't have I was on the internet, but it wasn't like now where you could just go on Twitter and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just watched SmackDown. I was like, or I heard from somebody, and then I watched SmackDown, and I like, oh, dude. And I was a kid. I was like 15 years old. So I was like so devastated. Now like with Chris Benoit too until I found out,
Yeah.
At the time I thought I was like, oh my
But I
God.
wasn't hurt by Benoit though.
Oh, I
I
was.
wasn't.
I
I
enjoyed
I
him in
was.
ECW,
Yeah.
WCW. But then when I
Nothing
found out
compared
what
to
he,
Eddie Guerrero though.
no, no. Eddie's like, but now Bray Wyatt, you're like, oh man,
Bray
this is the
Wyatt,
la
like I said earlier, like Bray Wyatt. The only good thing about the fact that he wasn't active was because if he was still active wrestler, I would have been like, damn, I would have been heartbroken right now. But
like
it's
if you
just like,
wrestled the night before or something, and or
yeah,
like,
like if he would have came back, like if he never stopped, if he never took time away, and just to be like, oh, he's gone, it's like, whoa. It's just one of those things where, and then I'm hurt now because like I just found out that Rockford was his last match, so that kind of like bums me out a little bit. So, but then at the same time, it's like at least I got to see him wrestle live. Unfortunately, it sucks that that was his last match. Um, so and shit, I'm like lots of words at the moment, but it's one
that's
of
all we could
those.
do,
It's
That's
one
all
of
we could
those
do.
things that So you know,
Tough,
um,
bro.
it's just like tough news. So let's try to be a little bit more like positive and let's try to honor this guy. Um, I have nothing but respect for the guy. I appreciate all the entertaining that he has done and given us. Like I said, all that bad booking stuff, that was not him. That was Vince McMahon. But we're not here to trash talk Vince McMahon. I mean, we should because it's like if
Another day for that.
another day, because it's like, but whatever. In the end of the day, no Vince McMahon, no WWE. So, Bray Wyatt, appreciate everything you have done for us. Um, before we go ahead and honor his stuff, this is where I mean, like, and I told you this when Jason David Frank passed away, Tommy Oliver, the Green Ranger. I always thought I'm gonna meet him one day. Gonna meet him one day. Every time he came to WrestleCon, it was either I didn't have the money, I had the time to go, I'm free, but I don't have the money to go, or I have the time, but I don't have the money. It's always one thing or another. And finally, I have both now. I'm able to go. I have the money. He passes away. So this is what I mean. If you have a favorite wrestler, actor, music artist, meet them. Johnny Craig, I saw him live few months ago. He was on and off on he was a drug addict, on and off. He dropped out, he got kicked out in a lot of bands because drug abuse. He'll be clean for a few months, blah blah blah. When I found out he was sober again and he announced that he came out with a new album and he came out on tour, and I went to go see him, met him, got an autograph, took photos, and now he's going into 2 years of being sober. But that doesn't change anything because based on the drugs that he took before, and things like I said earlier, heart attacks just happens. So, and now he's going back on tour. So I'm definitely gonna go see him. So what I'm trying to say is if you are a fan of somebody, go make time to go see them because you don't know when your life is gonna be taken, and you don't know when your favorite artist, favorite wrestler is gonna be taken. So you're a
Enjoy
fan of
them while they're on
somebody?
Earth.
Exactly. Uh whatever just said. So go enjoy them while they're still here and enjoy your life while you're still here because there's some dark days. And Bray Wyatt, he was one of those persons that who had some dark times. And unfortunately, I can't speak for him, but just going based on the dirt sheet, once again, are they true? Are they not? Nobody knows. The only person that true knows is his wife, JoJo. So Bray Wyatt did have some dark moments, and unfortunately, that's what held him back in WWE. And then eventually, it was other life-threatening issues, health issues, and then at the moment, once again, nothing's confirmed. He was healthy, he's good. You could come back, and then he's gone. So enjoy life and enjoy everybody they who's still here on Earth. Even if it's like the next town now, next town over. Damn, they're not coming to wherever I'm at. Go see them.
Hmm.
Because once you go see your favorite artist, your favorite superstar, your favorite sports wrestler, whatever player, it's gonna make your highlight, and it's gonna, yeah, it's a great feeling once you meet them. So it even though somebody may not be that big or whatever, like Eddie Edwards, I told you straight up, like he was like one of my favorite wrestlers growing back in high school. Followed him in Korea, and I told him thank you for staying with TNA Wrestling, you know, and he didn't even knew he was with the company for 10 years. And I
Hmm.
got to meet him, and I was starstruck. So even like Eddie Edwards is not a big star, but to me he is. In my world, he is. So if somebody in your world who isn't a big star, but they're a big star in your world, go meet them.
Hmm.
So that being said,
Wise words.
Bray Wyatt, RIP. And here are my top favorite matches of yours. Sorry, I don't got no list because this is on the spot. So my favorite matches of Bray Wyatt uh, is with him against John Cena, WrestleMania
Hmm.
30. John
Hmm.
Cena once again at Chicago, Payback, Last Man Standing.
Hmm.
When he had against Chris Jericho, SummerSlam, if I'm not mistaken. Um, John Cena once again, WrestleMania 36 in the Firefly Funhouse. I know that
Dude,
wasn't a wrestling match, but that was a great storytelling, right? That's storytelling in the making right there. And there was a lot of backlash about this, but I enjoyed it. His match against LA Knight at the Royal Rumble. And I'm not just saying this because I saw it live and it was his last match. It was actually very entertaining, though it was a short match. But within that short match, it was still entertaining, and it was great wrestling match. It's when he faced LA Knight at no disqualification match at Rockford. I'm pretty sure it was a blackout, black lights.
that was a pay-per-view though. Not, I think your Rockford was like a house show.
Yeah, it was a house show, but I think they had a similar match. Or
Oh,
I don't know.
really?
Yeah, because they had the lights turned off and it was like glow in the dark.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, it probably was a rematch then.
Yeah. But I don't think that's what they called it. I think it was just like they just called it a no disqualification, but they had the lights off and everything was glow in the
Oh,
dark.
oh wow.
So yeah. But again, it was a short match, but it was still very entertaining. There was a table spot. So
Wow. If you had footage of that, that'd be rare.
I have no idea. I have to check. I'll probably cry if I do.
Yeah.
So but just that was just a few. And obviously, when he won the WWE Championship, my greatest feud with Bray Wyatt was obviously with John Cena and Randy Orton. I feel like he should have had a longer. I feel like he should have had a feud with AJ Styles, but he didn't. One of my other favorite matches is Bray Wyatt versus Dean Ambrose TLC match.
Mm.
Um,
Where's Daniel Bryan too? No, you mentioned that one?
no, I honestly I'd never really enjoyed the Daniel Bryan feud.
No. Yeah, because they
No,
made him a disciple or something, right?
yeah, I didn't really like it, and I felt like if it was leading into, because it was leading into a Royal Rumble,
Mm.
and I was just more confused of the whole Daniel Bryan wasn't clear. Well, obviously at the time that was the backstory, but then after a few months later, finding out the full truth was Daniel Bryan wasn't part of the Royal Rumble because well the story was he wasn't healthy enough, but it was like he just wrestled 20 minutes with Bray Wyatt. How is he not healthy to wrestle at the Royal Rumble? It just turned out because it was like Batista was gonna go over, and we didn't want Daniel Bryan to like interfere and all that stuff
Yeah.
because people were just gonna get booed. But it's like it happened anyways. So, and and also I really thought Daniel Bryan was gonna win. I also felt like Bray Wyatt should have won that pay per view as well.
Yeah.
The Royal Rumble match, I should say. So, do you have any Bray Wyatt favorite matches?
Definitely the one where when he faced AJ Styles for the Elimination Chamber. There's a lot of them. I just can't like. For me, like you're really good at pay-per-view names. I'm really good at like. I know he had a match as this person, but I don't know exactly when the match happened. But I know it
So,
was a good match.
so when Bray Wyatt, so basically Bray Wyatt versus John Cena, uh, Baron Corbin, The
AJ
Miz,
Styles,
AJ Styles, and Dean Ambrose
that
Elimination
one.
Chamber for the WWE Championship.
I enjoyed the John Cena one at with the Fire Fun House.
WrestleMania
Yeah,
36.
I like the one Randy Orton, but not the one where he got burned. I think he had a match before that. No, I'm confusing them. No, the
You know
match
what?
where
I do enjoy the WrestleMania 37 with Randy Orton though. I know
yeah,
people were upset because it was like, what was that? But it was a good match. It was like I get why people were upset. Like it was short match. That was the only downside about it. It was a very short match, and then Randy Orton just hit him with the RKO, and
that
there
was
was
it.
no backstory. I feel like Randy should have hit him with the RKO and then done the putt kick to the head. I feel like that
Mm.
should have been a better ending for that feud.
You know which one I'm also missing? Because I'm looking it up right now. The one with Matt Hardy, the Ultimate Deletion.
Okay, okay.
That one was not bad.
That
And
yeah, that
then
was not
the
bad.
one with Roman at Hell in a Cell. That's before.
Mm, yeah,
And
that
then the and
was that what year was that? Was that
that was
16 or
that was
17?
15, 15.
Oh wow, oh yeah, yeah, because the
That
main
was like
event was
Halloween weekend. It was like your birthday week or after
yeah,
your birthday or
yeah,
something.
because the main event was Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker.
Then the payback one, like you said that one. And then the Wyatt family versus Shield at the Chamber. That was
Mm,
good too. Okay, I'm looking at some. Yeah, see, I'm looking it up, but see, I know they had what matches he had with people, but I don't remember exactly what event it was. So
right.
I know like one. I just a couple, but yeah, yeah. I mean, he had great matches. I mean, I remember him when it was Husky Harris.
Mhm.
Before that, I
From the
think
NXT.
NXT days when he was in Nexus, and then he became. I love the song when he first debuted. What's that one? Fireflies. Oh,
Oh,
that song. I think we were at the show where he did the lights. I remember I was one of the shows. I was like, yes, I was doing the Firefly. I'm part of the
I
Fireflies.
never I've been I went to a Raw show and Bray it was a they weren't there on it was a Raw show. What happened? But they wrestled at I think it was a dark show or not a dark show, a dark match. Like it was Raw,
Hmm.
but I can't remember if they were part of Raw or they wrestled at a dark show. Dark
Hmm.
match, not a dark show. So that's the one thing I can't really remember. So but I did enjoy his match with his feud with Seth Rollins. I just felt like the Hell in the Cell match was very uncalled for because it was like how you gonna have a no contest or disqualify Seth Rollins in a Hell in a Cell match. I don't know, but uh, his match with at the fall at Crown Jewels, I believe, for
Hmm.
Falls Count Anywhere, that was a good one. He won the Universal Championship on Halloween night, so that was very
Wow.
cool. But again, it was just one of those things. Bray Wyatt had he had some good matches. He had a lot of good matches. Just the thing is, it was just like he'd be having good matches like random as hell.
And it's crazy how they released him. They put him on WWE 2K23. He was like one of the final DLCs. I'm
Mm.
gonna play the snot out of him, man. I'm gonna make him a champion. And he was also Braun Strowman's daughter. He was a godfather of Braun Strowman's daughter. So that's even another
Oh
for
wow,
Braun.
really?
Yeah, he was a god. He was a godfather.
Oh wow, I did not knew that.
Yeah,
Damn, that's crazy.
I know, right? Now it's like I'm definitely gonna play him on 23 and 19 and 18 and 15 and 16. I only need 18, but I'll play him on 15. I'll play him on 16. I'll play him on everything. Oh man. Um, yeah, he was a how many champion? He was a three-time WWE champion, Universal. He was a two-time tag team champion, and he was male wrestler of the year 2019. So
So his first
yeah.
WWE champion was when he took it off Cena.
Mhm.
Universal title was when he took it from Seth Rollins, and then again from Braun Strowman. Um, and then the tag team, he was team tag team with Randy Orton and also with Matt Hardy. So
Man. So
that's some crazy.
I'm glad he came back and at least had a second chance. I know
Mm-hmm.
people judges his next because he got released and he was with Matt Hardy a lot, the leader of worlds. That was freaking crazy. I like that. That's when Matt Hardy was like the delete or whatever.
Yeah,
But
but again, it was just Vince McMahon's booking because
yeah,
he didn't get it, and it was like, yeah, because you don't watch TNA. Like if you, I don't understand why you would hire the Hardy Boys back. Like, oh
yeah,
hey, the Hardy Boys are getting attention in the Indies and Ring of Honor and Impact Wrestling, and Vince is like, oh yeah, let's hire them. But it's like if if you don't even know why they're getting a buzz, why would you just hire them?
yeah. So I'm glad he's not booking anymore, or that we know of.
That we
But
know.
anyways, we're on Bray Wyatt. But yeah, I mean, damn man. So what ifs, you know?
A lot of what ifs. We
Yeah,
had
but
the what if with Cody Rhodes. I understand why Brock Lesnar didn't want to face Bray Wyatt because he was like, I don't have a pro. He didn't have a problem facing Brock Wyatt. He just didn't like the story because he's like, I wouldn't believe all this mystical stuff, and he's not the Undertaker.
mm,
Um, but yeah, and then the what if with Bobby Lashley because I feel like that would have been a fantastic match.
imagine if Lashley had that. Oh, that would have been like now Lashley's. They're probably everybody's like, man, what if I did say yes to that match?
Mm-hmm.
What about him or Seth Rollins? What if he like wasn't? What if he like
Yeah,
he came back and he
Seth
goes
freaking
after Seth
Rollins.
Rollins World Heavyweight title. He goes after he faces Nakamura. He faces Cody Rhodes, like you said. He
Mm.
faces
The Judgment Day.
Judgment Day, Finn Balor. Imagine him was like Damian Priest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Dominic Mysterio, Rhea Ripley. We
bro.
we could have got Sister Abigail, Bray Wyatt to face Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley, or Dominic and Rhea Ripley.
Yeah,
A lot of what ifs now.
yeah.
So, all right. Well, any other final words that you want to say to Bray Wyatt
Rest
or
in
the listeners?
peace. Rest in peace to Bray Wyatt. When you guys send prayers, I don't know if you guys are praying types, prayed for his family, his friends, and go back and watch some of his old stuff. Like I'm gonna probably go watch on his matches again.
Yeah.
So it sucks. Oh,
All right.
I'm getting emotional, but
Well,
yeah.
like I said, if you guys have any favorite wrestlers, fans, music artists, actors, if there's WrestleCon, there's Comic Con, there's all these activities where you could go meet your favorite wrestlers, meet your favorite actors, singers, concert, whatever. Go meet them. If you can't
Hmm.
wait, if they are not coming to your town, you go to them because spend it as simple as from your family, from yourself. You know, I went through some dark stuff, still going through it, still fighting it. If it wasn't for Ever in my podcast, I have no idea what I'd be doing because this whole thing started because I lost my dog. So that being said, just go enjoy life, go enjoy about the ones that you care, and once again, do whatever makes you happy.
Hmm.
So again, we SummerSlam, WrestleMania ain't coming to us. We going to them now. So
Hmm.
go enjoy life. So Ever, take us home.
All right, listeners and viewers, to be it for this episode. I'm Ever, and this is Ian.
We are out.
Bye, guys. Rest in peace, Bray.
Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. Doo-doo-doo.